SWU.
Yes, yes. In the house. Sofa Sound. SWU FM. Back in the game.
You're sure it wasn't a dream?
Good to be back in the studio. Out to all the Bristol heads. Shouts to everybody locked in, locked on. I know you're out there. SWU FM, Sofa Sound Business. Let's go.
Wasn't a dream.
Wasn't a dream.
You're sure it wasn't a dream?
Out to the script on this one. Big ups, bro. Yeah, this is another one from the archive of tunes that we made. Love working with Mikey. It's all about the collaboration. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. Yeah, Sofa Sound in the house, SWU FM. 10th of April, every second Thursday of the month. Tonight we got a special bumper edition full of lots of goodies. Kathryn Brenna in the studio, which is sick. Woo! That was her. We got TREX guest mix, celebrating the TREX EP out right now. Everywhere I Go EP. You can grab the first track with Sydney Bryce. I Just Can't Stand This on sofasound.bandcamp or sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com. Out now. So yeah, Kathryn's going to be in the mix as well, and a special interview with her, finding out about everything Kathryn Brenna. Everybody wants to know that, you know, so SWU FM is where it's at.
Wasn't a dream.
Sure it wasn't a dream.
And sometimes I like to get in the car with my friends and I'll play like non-jazz music for like the first little bit, and then out of nowhere without warning I change it to only jazz. Only jazz, and they hate it, but it makes me smile, and yeah, I like using jazz as a weapon.
Yeah, getting straight into it. This one off of the next Sofa King 6. And this one's from Winslow. He sent me some tunes. I actually listened to them for once. This is rare, really rare case. Something was drawing me to them, you know, and in there was some badness, including a De La Soul bootleg that, yeah, I draw a lot. Yeah, this one, Jazz Hands, out on Sofa King 6. We're going to give you a sneak peek of the album, which is coming up next month. So, yeah, we're moving through very quick at the moment. Shouts to Christian for managing all of that. Veronica in the background on the socials. Yeah, this is Sofa Sound Bristol on SWU FM. Shouts to Winslow on this one. Yeah, this one's out now. If you like the sounds of this, you can get yourself to Symmetry. This is Break feat Lorna King, Wait For You, remixed by The Source. Yeah, big ups to Charlie for getting us on this.
Wait for you.
Shouts to everybody locked in all across Bristol, across the world, out national heads. Yeah, I get a lot of people actually. They say they listen to this show a lot. I was here thinking that no one was listening to me at all. I'm just chatting like you're not listening. But it turns out you're listening. So yes, definitely expect more subtle messages and brainwashing in the future. Now I know I've got you. Yeah, big ups. It's all about the subtle brainwash, right? Yeah, I'm only joking. It won't be that subtle. I think it'll probably be quite obvious. I'm not going to lie. Straight into some molecular. How did it come to this? Questions on the back of a postcard. How did it come to this? I've got some ideas, but yeah, maybe you know a little bit more. All I know is there's some absolutely sick drum and bass out at the moment. Obviously some horrendous stuff as well, but yeah, some good time in the underground, some naughty tunes. This one, no exception. How dare I mention Trex's name at the start of the show without playing some Trex, something off his brand new EP, the Everywhere I Go EP. Yeah, shouts to Joe. Yeah, wicked, you know, one of the proper heads in the underground, running a label, running a family, you know, running his beats, you know, so and getting out and DJing and keeping things real. So yeah, hats off to him. Thank you so much for the music, bro. This one's out now for everybody out there. Well, you can pre-order it. It comes out in a couple of days. Today you can get Sydney, Bryce and Trex. I just can't stand this. Yeah, and remember we got Kathryn Brenna coming in next in about 10 minutes with a special guest mix before an interview. Gonna find out about everything Kathryn Brenna. I mean, who can't wait for that? There she is. Yeah, looking forward to that. And of course, what better way to welcome that in than some spin line. Gotta say a big apology. Yeah, anybody who knows me for the source, this weekend I was supposed to be in Budapest, but unfortunately I missed my flight. It's a very rare occasion for me. Found myself in Bristol. Yeah, let's not forget Spin Line, of course, from Hungary. Some of the best artists out of the past 20 years in the drum and bass scene to come out of Hungary. So proud to have that album on the label. Amazing. Go get it now, sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com. Yeah, this is a Sofa Sound Bristol show on SWU FM. Big up to Foreign Concept for 4. And I believe we've got Axel next, Dime Shift. SWU FM, baby, let's go. Yeah, this one's a track that, should have been finished a while back, but it should be on the next Sofa King 6 edition, part 1, just to let you know, Sofa King 6 this year, the 6th edition, obviously a random number to choose, obviously Sofa Sound Bristol's a random name, so everything's a bit random, but we got part 1 and 2 this year, part 1 in May, part 2 in June, got some bits and pieces in between, and this one has been moved to part 2 because Submotive let me down. No, they're just trying to get it right. Submotive themselves, Winkle Picker. I mean, you can let me know, but we're thinking about changing that name. And of course, if you want to get a text in tonight, 078 4000 1037. I know Gus hates me for saying it like that, so 078 4000 1037. Get your messages in, WhatsApp crew. Yeah, beautiful summertime flavours out there at the moment. Let's celebrate it while we can. I mean, I've got a dog. I know at this time of year it's normally just hammering it down. So yeah, raining cats and dogs, literal chaos. So yeah, loving the blue skies, loving the vibes. You know, the world's in trouble, but let's appreciate the good moments, eh? Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM. Yeah, tonight we've got Kathryn Brenna TREX guest mix. We've got an interview with Kathryn Brenna as well. Some sneak peeks into Sofa King 6. We'll try and keep things sofa here, but of course we've got to delve into other bits and pieces. This track, Level 2, made me wanna some flaves. Speaking of flaves, anybody who wants 420, yeah, we're going to be playing in a couple of different places. The Source 6 till 7 at Castle Park, and myself, I'm going to be playing Portland Square earlier in the day. Yeah, come down for some vibes. Going to step it out, bring the funk and the flavours. Sofa Sound Bristol. What the hell is an Alien Perfect? What the hell is an Alien Perfect with no piano? That's not a joke. Yeah, this one, Alien Perfect, out on the Source recordings now. Source recordings 31, which is quite mad, you know? A lot of music between Sofa Sound and the Source recordings. Well, I checked out the Dispatch page the other day. I was like, that is a lot of music. Hats off to Ant, all the Dispatch family. But yeah, this one, Alien Perfect, no piano. Sick artist out of Ukraine. Yeah, man's just putting expression into his music in a difficult circumstance. Of course, we got Kathryn Brenna coming up in a minute. This will be the last one for me for now. DLR, taking you through Sofa Sound Bristol. Of course, if you want to get your phone, if you want to get your phone in, if you want to get a text in, WhatsApp is there for you. 07840001037. We're here for you. Yeah, Kathryn Brenna stepping in. Shouts to everybody who's locked in, locked in and locked on tonight. For the next 20 minutes, we got Kathryn Brenna taking you through a special guest mix. Then an interview. Going to find out a little bit more about what's been going on. She's been away. She's in London now. So yeah, let's see what's happening. After that, we've got a TREX guest mix celebrating his EP, which is out now. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't believe the amount of responses when I go about. People who are telling me you've been listening to the show. What are you doing? Do something better with your time. You're wasting your time now. Big ups to you. Yes, Kathryn Brenna coming into the mix. Enjoy the flavours. Let's go, Kathryn.
nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. There's nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you're locked into the sound of Kathryn Brenna in the mix. This one, Minor Forms, Badman, producer. Big ups to him, send me another fresh batch with Kublai this time. Looking forward to our meeting on Monday. More flavours in the works, Sofa Sound Bristol. This is the Sofa Sound Bristol show on SWU FM. Kathryn Brenna in the mix for the next 20 minutes, half an hour, can't remember. And then a special interview. Of course, not to forget Zero T as well. Honestly, I mean, Minor Forms has made a lot of tunes recently. I get a bit mixed up myself, but yeah, Minor Form 0T, Sinking Deeper, I believe. Yeah, shouts to the international crew as well, of course. Ontario coming through on an English number though, you're confusing me here, but yeah, out to the 924. Chatham, Ontario.
Cause it's a big, big show.
Yeah, big up the MC Fats on this one. Shouts to all the soldiers we lost. Everybody we lost in the scene. My heart goes out to you. Randall, of course, rest in peace, brother. Anybody who went and paid their respects for his birthday. Kathryn and me were good friends of his, and yeah, we miss him very much. Love to you. Love to everybody out there. Anybody grieving.
BFF step up, play it, yes, feel it. Jad on my baseline, feel it. BFF step up, play it, yes, feel it. Jad on my baseline, feel it. BFF step up, play it, yes, feel it. Because the John is one inside, the Don's one outside. But it's a big, big show.
Yeah, out to Tom Bamwell. Bro, you must be over on holiday, Toronto. Who knows, man, but shouts to you, man. Thanks for the text, thanks for the support. Okay, I think I know where you're going with this now, man. And yeah, shouts to Kieran, Laurie, everybody in Chatham, everybody in Ontario. You're getting me mixed up here, man, but that's what I'm here for, you know? To get me mixed up. Kathryn Brenna in the mix.
Headshot, man, I go for the kill. Straight headshot, man, I go for the kill. Man, I go for the kill. Headshot, man, I go for the kill.
Yeah, this one's straight off the new Break remix bunch of tunes. This one's Alibi. Currently in Austria, from Brazil. The Brazilians drum and bass scene is going sick at the moment, so enough good producers coming out of there. You heard one earlier on Level 2. This is Alibi, of course, L-Sides as well. Of course, Marky, big ups to you, my friend. Yeah, this is a bad remix, and of course you can get the Source Wait For You remix now as well. Sofa Sound SWU FM.
Shot, man, I go flick you.
Shouts to Charlie Bricks. I miss you, love. Good. I hope you're good. Sending love to you. Beautiful voice. Amazing tune. Big up Kathryn Brenna in the mix. Rolling out the soulful flavours for a sunny eve. Yeah, looking forward to getting into the interview with Kathryn in about 10-20 minutes. Find out a little bit more about what it takes to be a drum and bass artist in this scene at the moment. Decided to enforce a minor forms limit on the show. This will be actually the last minor forms tune of tonight. It's difficult, you know. He's just coming with so many flavours at the moment. It's relentless. And yeah, big ups to you, Justin. Honestly, it's incredible. And of course to J Moss as well. Change your name, bro. That's your name now, J Moss. You know that. Yeah, some amazing productions out there. The underground going sick. SWU FM, Sofa Sound Bristol, taking over the airwaves every second Thursday of the month. That's more minor forms. She's broken the rule already. But that's what I like about Kathryn, you know, she's willing to break the rules. No one's going to hold her down and tell her no. Especially not me. You do what you want over there, mate. Have fun, yeah? Yeah, big up to everybody locked on tonight. Sofa Sound Bristol. Bristol heads, where you at? Yeah, and of course, shouts to the woman with the sweetest peas of them all, the sweet pea herself, Tash. And of course, crystal clear on this one. Yeah, this one was banging down the festivals last year, and it should be banging down the festivals again. It is a bad tune. Go check out more Crystal Clear and Sweet Pea. sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com. Text line crew if you want to get your message in. WhatsApp is there, 0784 000 1037. Maybe you got an interview question for Kathryn. Maybe you want to ask me a question. Maybe you just want to share. We're here for you. Sofa Sound Bristol. This is not a jingle, this is Jake's 3 dots, dead, the source, this is the original, not the break remix. Big up the Brenzinho in the mix.
To get ahead, second time we're misled. 3 dots on the head, bang bang.
Yes, big up to Kathryn Brenna in the mix. Shouts to Sabs, shout to the Guildford crew. If anybody knows, you know, Sabs is one of the guys who keeps it real in Guildford, and yeah, without the underground crew, the people doing the underground events in this country, keeping things real, you know, would be in a very difficult situation. Thanks to the communities out there that things are so strong. It doesn't go for just drum and bass, you know, that's the whole country, the whole world, stitching the world together. Powers that be just mess about like little children. Lots of communities, they just get on with it. But yeah, big up Sabs, I digress. Love to you, brother. Yeah, 5 minutes, so we're going to delve into a Kathryn Brenna interview. We're going to have a little look at what it's like to try and stitch together a drum and bass career at a time like this, whilst having a job, you know, whilst being a professional, whilst having a family and a life. No easy feat. SWU FM is where it's at. Shouts to them for having us on every month. Out to the crew, of course, always making it sound nice, keeping things running, moving in a forward direction. Yeah, the Bristol heads, the international heads, we owe a lot to the SWU crew, and thanks to them, keeping this show running. Shouts to Anil as well. Last time I saw him, he was like, yeah, I listened to every one of these shows. So yeah, it's quite revealing recently. I honestly thought I was on my own. Kathryn Brenna in the mix. Yeah, we're going to go into the interview in 1 minute. First, we're going to take a little sneak peek at a VIP that we did for the next Sofa King Sick. Burn It All VIP. Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM.
103.7 FM.
Yeah. Sofa Sound Bristol in the house. Some very sombre music for an interview. I just put this on a loop, by the way, Kathryn. So yeah, it's like really
have
sombre.
a really sad discussion.
It's like kind of like a little meditation, kind of spa, reflectiveness, maybe a little therapy session.
Perfect.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good. Good. Yeah.
You know, whatever you say in this space is
safe space.
It's a safe space.
It's a
for
circle of trust.
For you and for I to share.
The Sofa Sound circle of trust.
Plus the other 3 people who listen to this show.
And the other 2 that listen back.
There's a lot of people who listen, and anything you say on this show will be recorded in time and used
Taken
against
in
you.
evidence.
So, it's good to have you here. Yeah, in Bristol again, which is lovely to see.
Yeah, this is my first time in Bristol for a while, actually. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Thanks for coming in. It wasn't actually that short notice, really. Actually, I was quite.
It was a week. It was maybe a week.
3 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 or 3.
We'll agree on 2.
You're exaggerating. So good to be back. How's life? Everything okay?
Yeah, good. Moved to London a month ago now. So working full time, trying to find space for everything else in between.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's what I thought, we could delve into a little bit with this interview. I think a lot of people probably wonder how to keep it together whilst being so busy. There's not many people out there who can sort of do music full time, and if they are, it's tough. But yeah, you're living a life. You were away for a bit. Where were you?
I went to Thailand and Southeast Asia for 4 months.
Yeah.
And just basically
Thailand,
quit my job.
Yeah, Cambodia as well, and
Got some
Vietnam.
Quit my job.
Yeah.
Left,
life is super chill over there, yeah?
Yeah, it was.
That's why I got you on there, to trap you in this.
I feel cornered.
No. We all like Thailand, it's
Elephant
just
pants.
Some
dreadlocks and just chilled out.
What problems are there in the world?
There was none there. I want to go back.
Until you came on the show with me.
Booked my flight now.
I hope it was. You deserved your time away. Everybody does. Little refresh, and you come back, and you come back into London. You got a full-time job, so which begs the question. I know you're doing more than that, but we're not going to delve into all your personal life. So, but how do you keep that together? How do you string it together? I mean, how are you making music? Are you making music?
I'm making music sparsely at the moment. It's interesting actually because when I went away and I decided to not make any music when I went away and kind of give my self that space to kind of try and find that creative zone again. And I came back feeling really creative, and I managed to get in the studio and kind of write a few songs, and a lot of it was vocals with other producers that have sent me stuff. But working full time, I've really struggled for the last few weeks. I think trying to find that space for it, because especially I guess as a creative, I'm sure you know this, you can't just kind of
switch it on.
You've got to be kind of in the zone for it. So that's been quite tough to find recently, but I feel like I'm getting there. The sun's coming out, and it's getting brighter, and I'm starting to feel kind of more of the urge to get back in the studio.
Even less time for the studio because the sun's out and everybody's like, let's go.
We'll be in the beer garden.
Beer garden. Yeah, that's it. Sun comes out, beer garden. Not a game of tennis or a little walk, just beer garden. No, I get it, and it's tough. It's tough. I think part of it is about learning how to let go at those times of the frustration of not being able to write.
Yeah. And also, I also found myself because I wasn't able to create, I was getting frustrated, and I wasn't enjoying music in general. So actually taking a step back and starting to kind of enjoy other people's music, and kind of writing to other people's things, I guess helps kind of get back into that space, because I think I put a lot of pressure on myself, as I think a lot of people do, to kind of finish things and kind of get past that first loop. I've just tried to kind of lay off myself a little bit and just kind of go with it. And then just kind of whatever comes. Nothing gets finished though. There's no discipline in that, but
well, I mean, you've got discipline in other areas of life at the moment, and you did so much before. And sometimes you're probably wondering, why did I do? You had these hectic periods, and then you're probably quite glad for it afterwards, because Obviously, you did a lot before you went away, and you're always writing, which is something I noticed about you. You know, I've known you to write in a corner of your nan's house, or when you were travelling in Asia. And
Nan studio.
Nan studio. You know what I mean? But if it works, it works. And I think that's something I'm trying to take some inspiration from you, because my situation's about to change.
Yeah.
We don't all have, I think, you know, Break would be happy for me to say that, you know, he was without a proper studio for a while.
Yeah, I remember he said.
You got to make it work, you know what I mean? And sometimes maybe it even works better in ways.
But it's funny actually, because I say I didn't create, I actually bought a guitar when I was travelling, because I was like really frustrated that I couldn't make any music. So I bought a guitar, and I just had like, you know, you can record sounds on your phone, just voice memos. So I was like recording these like little loops of me singing or guitar and stuff. Cool. Which actually I still haven't gone through all of it, but there was some really kind of cool ideas there just to kind of bounce off.
Yeah. And a couple of fire pits with some sort of random...
I was wearing my elephant pants when this happened.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like it. I'm just jealous, you know. Like,
I can sense it.
I wish I could buy elephant pants and a guitar.
Yeah.
But I do, and that's good. It's like that's what creativity is all about, you know. Sort of
finding spaces for it and allowing space for it where it creeps in.
Definitely. No, it's good. It's good to see. I've never noticed you put a lot of pressure on yourself, but yeah, you always want to learn, which I think is just always stood out to me. Your eagerness to like trying to soak up information and advance in different ways. I mean, you were just DJing, and then, you know, people know you for singing. But yeah, I think I don't know, maybe you just put a lot on yourself as a vocalist, but vocalists just seem to naturally put all this, so often, you know, they're like, I have to sing and DJ and write and, you know, and do everything really. But yeah. I mean, maybe you're whittling it down, but you're good at all of them, so.
Yeah, well, I try. I don't know, it's difficult actually as well, because I feel like I kind of I tried to do too much almost, like,
of course,
in terms of like production, and then I was trying to write vocals and then DJ and stuff, and then trying to do the other kind of hip hop alias. So there was kind of too much going on, if that makes sense. So kind of, and then trying to work out what went where was also quite difficult.
Yeah, of course.
So
absolutely,
I tried to take a step back this year and just kind of focus on or the actual, like, kind of go back to the ground with it and just feel like, and just write and not worry about the outcome.
Yeah, there's a good way of doing things. Go. Yeah. And you're focusing more on like the R&B and hip hop stuff at the moment, the Kylo Irie stuff, is it? And
that's
going to tell people about, you know, you've got a couple of projects. Yeah,
so Kylo Irie, so that came about maybe a couple of years ago, and I released an EP made with Hayden. Revan, half of Ill Truth, and
wicked producer, shouts to him.
Great guy as well, one of my favourite people.
Looking forward to soup with him tomorrow.
Yeah, soup day. Not a beer garden. We're going for soup
garden. Sun's out. Let's go to soup garden.
Let's go get some soup. And then that came out on Alternate last year. And then, to be honest, I've got about 20-25 pretty nearly there songs, Kylo Irie songs. It's just the finishing them and then working out what to do with them. But that was more of like a passion project rather than that's like my kind of go-to. Yeah. Like how, if I'm feeling something or like I want to write, that's like my go-to kind of style.
Yeah, so because like slower tempos are easier and stuff, isn't it? Classic drum and bass thing. But no, it's like, it's nice escape, isn't it? Because drum and bass is tough. It's a constricted tempo, and like you can do a lot of fun stuff when it's slower.
Do you know, it was funny actually, because I had a conversation with, I'm going to talk about minor forms now. So minor forms,
it's an embargo, isn't it? Or what do you call it?
And Cuba actually, but so I actually, because I'm writing a song with them at the moment. And it is for Sofa Sound.
Yeah, it's a wicked tune.
And I was saying to him, I'm really struggling to write this track. Like, I've been writing it for ages, and I was like, but I feel like it's missing like the Sofa Sound funk. Yeah. So I was like, I said to Justin and Jamal, I was like, can I just come round for like a lesson in this, like, because all the artists on Sofa Sound, all the music on Sofa Sound, it's all like, to me it just sounds so like unique, and technically it's like always brilliant, and there's just like this kind of style that, you know, all these artists write in, and it's like, for me that's kind of like a really good something I'm kind of aspiring to, I guess, like in terms of production and stuff. So
yeah, you're learning a lot. I mean, you've done this for like, obviously we've been through this before, but you've done music for a long time. But in terms of like being drum and bass artist and someone that someone recognises and really pushing for like that level, it's not like loads of years, is it? I mean,
no, I think it's like,
so it's really impressive.
I think I released my first drum and bass track, vocal track was like 2000 2020.
Yeah.
And then production 2021 or 22.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, that's amazing. I mean,
yeah.
Like I've been doing it since about 1927. So and it took me about 87 years to break through towards anything, really. But no, it's fully deserved. And I like you talking about the minor forms and Kublai thing is like more evidence of how you always want to like kind of learn and take things on. But then you seem to inject your own style with things. So yeah, you've got an EP coming on the label. Down later in the year. We're going to do in 2 parts, and yeah, that was really fun. We worked on a track. You worked on a track with Minor Form.
From Nan's we worked on it from my Nan's studio.
Yeah, Nan's studio.
Online, yeah.
I didn't have any tea and biscuits, but I would have liked some. I was just working it hard at home like the slave.
Yeah,
making the beats.
It's a hard life being DLR, just in case anyone
it's
didn't
really
know.
difficult. So yeah, anybody want to just basically do loads of stuff for me, I am here. But yeah, no, what else have you got lined up in terms of drum and bass this year? Or like you said, you're trying to take it easy. We've got the Sofa Sound thing. Have you got anything else?
I've got some exciting stuff actually lined up this year. So I've got a track with Sweet Pea and Fox that I'm really excited about. I've been working with Sweet Pea quite a lot over the last kind of couple of years because she's just amazing. I adore her.
Yeah. Sweetest of peas.
Yeah, sweetest of peas. And then I've got, what have I got working with? I can't even think now. Jay Kenzo.
Yeah, you sent me that one the other day. He's a wicked guy, amazing producer, and yeah, just a really good guy, you know, and got a wicked ear.
And it's so funny because we've been working together for the last couple of years. We've got a couple of like broken beat tracks that we've done that we were trying to finish, but I still haven't met him. But we've been working together like back and forth, like pinging each other.
Yeah. He can be again like this sort of subject to this conversation. You know, he's got so much going on in life, yet somehow he managed. You know, he's a dubstep artist, a drum bass artist. He's got his family, he's got his record label, you know, he does other stuff, he works like doing his own business on the side of that, and he still writes music, travels, does everything, you know. And you're like, when I saw him, I was like, you know, I'm just going to get like 3 hours sleep, you know what I mean? And that, I think that's really what you know, that is the art, isn't it? Like get 2 hours sleep here, 3 hours sleep there, you know, rest when you can, like drive forward, you know, but don't, you know, please be careful.
And then I've got a couple of tracks with Revan.
Yeah.
And also, so we've been working with Smithy as well, but that's again on more down tempo stuff with Smithy. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting music in the pipeline. But as I said, I think the main thing for me was just like not rushing it and not trying to force things out quickly, and just making sure things are kind of right and taking the pressure off, because I think that's where it can all kind of become a bit overwhelming when you just put all your pressure on yourself to get things done quickly and try and live up to the kind of social media hype.
Just all the hype, I think, or in life, that goes for everybody, you know. It's hard, you have to go through the motions, don't you? You can't, people can tell you, you're going to burn out. It's like, it doesn't really matter, you know. I mean, it's nice to know, but unfortunately you have to figure it out for yourself. And like you said, and you learn to back off a bit.
Take your foot off the gas a little bit, and then also like that's why one of the reasons I went travelling, actually, just because I feel like sometimes you need to take yourself out somewhere to get a better perspective of kind of what is actually important and
absolutely,
and what you want to do. So and I'm feeling really good now. I'm back.
Good.
So that's good.
That's really, really good. Just to let you know, the Tottenham Hotspur match has started. I am actually not listening to you anymore. I'm just watching that on the side. And you being a massive Tottenham fan, you're wondering what the score is, and it's actually 0-0. And you know it's the biggest game of the season, so come on, you Spurs. Back to Kathryn Brenna. So no, it's really nice to know, and I guess, you know, it leads to the question of, I think I know the answer because you're struggling for time, but I know what you like. So yeah, you were involved with organising events up in Bristol, did some really good ones, got some amazing reports on those, which were called Clouds. We have another one. We're so coming back. You're coming back in Bristol or London. I was going to say, Bristol. Have you got any plans to any in London? But obviously, plans.
The answer to that is yes. I'm
watching the football again, by the way.
Perfect. Thanks for inviting me in so you can watch the football.
No, joking.
That's just the way we should.
Not backwards, mate.
So we should just be in the beer garden watching the football then.
I couldn't see the TV, so I go inside. Can I say Clouds? Are you talking about beer garden? So let's get back to the beer garden.
It's actually, funny enough, partnership with Wiper and True
Brewery. And we promote responsible drinking at Sofa Sound and SWU FM. So
Yes. So that's I've forgotten the date of it. It's in July, but we're doing we're partnering up with Transparent Audio actually. So we're doing it slightly differently.
Oh, wicked.
So it's going to be like hip hop, R&B, neo soul to begin with, and then we're going to switch it up in the evening to kind of garage, maybe a bit of liquid, not too heavy on the drum and bass.
Yeah, and why do you run these events? You know, what's the purpose of? It's not to make money. I know that.
I definitely don't. I get like a few free beers, which is okay.
yeah. It's to get a few free beers.
Yeah. No, it's more like for me, it's like a social thing, and I find these events like really bring people to. They're a great opportunity for people to come out. They're always daytime, and they're really social and they're really fun. And you know, I've got all these amazing artists that are DJs that always, you know, they're kind of put in this drum and bass lane, so actually giving them this space to play other music that they love, and they've got free range to kind of play what they want, like to an extent. So it's just a great day, really. It's just all about being sociable and enjoying the music and just kind of chilling out.
No, it's really good. I think, you know, what I see is that you're supplying a platform for people to perform in a really cool, relaxed space, and I think, you know, that is needed more and more, you know, especially within drum and bass. You know, it's either like huge, really serious nights, and there is some really good smaller nights, don't get me wrong. No disrespect to them at all, and respect to everybody in Frankfurt. I've just scored really early in the game, and this is the biggest game of our season. This is just, I'm going to turn it off. But yeah, no, we really, really appreciate, you know, you doing that sort of stuff and the energy. But yeah, like the subject of this is, you know, to fit that in is really tough. So again, it's amazing that you juggle the time for all of this, but like you just explained, maybe it's a form of therapy for you and rewarding as an artist, and just a great energy all round.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean, it's not just financial,
I don't think
is
anyone would do it if it wasn't like, I think music wasn't like a passion, and that kind of the whole culture that comes with the music as well. I think it's really important. So I think kind of just involving myself in that and being surrounded by that is something that, you know, is motivating for me, and it makes me happy and stuff, you know. And so I think it's important to kind of find ways to fit it in around stuff you kind of have to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I personally backed off the events, but yeah, this isn't about me, but you know, it's very stressful. So again, like, hats off to you for that. Yeah, thank you so much for chatting to us tonight. You know, we really appreciate your music on the label. We appreciate you. I know we're always having a giggle, but yeah, that goes without saying. Really looking forward to your EP coming later in the year, in double part EP. Even though you stressed out at me super hard about it, but that's what I like as well. You know, why not? You want to get things right, and no, I respect that. And yeah, anybody else or anything else you want to let us know about, or you know, anything coming up near gigs that you're playing, or?
No, nothing really springs to mind at the moment. I think the next the next song that I've got coming out is on Hayden again, Revan's album on Flex Out, which I think they've released a few singles from it now, and that will be out at the end of April, and that is just like an incredible piece of music, like the whole thing. So I'm really excited and kind of honoured to be a part of that. But yeah, there'll definitely be a lot of stuff coming out this year. It's just gonna get drip fed, I think.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's good to hear about what your focus is all about. It's good to hear you talk about life, you know, like I think people struggle to see behind the facade of the artist, you know, like, and about what's actually going on in people's worlds like yours. And you know, you're incredibly productive, so yeah, it's good probably for people to hear the reality of you are having to live a life, you know, like work,
gotta pay the bills.
Yeah trying to get this money.
Yeah, exactly.
And thanks so much, Kathryn, and good luck with everything. You know, you deserve the best. So
thanks, mate.
Yeah, Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM. Kathryn Brenna going to go into a special guest mix from TREX, celebrating his EP, which is coming out over this next week. The track I Can't Stand This with Sydney Bryce is out now. sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com for that now. Get the pre-order, get the EP early. If you go out there, you get the EP now. Big ups to TREX. Let's get into the mix.
103.7 FM.
This is TREX in the mix. Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM. TREX taking us through the next 20 minutes. Flave upon flave, dub upon dub. You know, at Sofa Sound we keep things very dub focused, of course. Keep things as sofa as possible. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, we're all connected. SWU FM, Sofa Sound Bristol. This is TREX in the mix. His EP is out now early on Bandcamp, sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com. Plenty of music up there if you want to go check it out.
And we are all connected.
Unmistakable sounds of Freddie B in the background. Shouts to Freddie and all the Mank crew. Sending love up north.
Our ego was an artist, use some fancy words and then claim that I'm the smartest, darkest. Right before the dawn, lose yourself to the atmosphere where music keep you born.
Yeah, TREX coming with a fire, bad mix. Sick producer, sick DJ. Go check out his label, Trust Audio. Some of the bits he's been sending over recently, I mean, it's always fire, but yeah, go check that out. Some amazing stuff. Another artist who pushes things to the limit, you know, stretches his time across his family, his label, across his beats, his production work. Yeah, big up Leaf on this one, Leaf and Hexa. This one coming out on Sofa King 6 in May. That's right, Sofa King 6. So proud to have such amazing artists on the label. TREX in the mix, SWU FM, Sofa Sound Bristol. Yeah, let's roll out.
We're already running at 90,000 miles an hour.
Yo, rolling into the last 5 minutes of this special TREX mix, celebrating his brand new EP, the Everywhere I Go EP. Coming with some filth, dirty sounds from TREX. Shouts to everybody locked in, locked on across the world. Out to National Crew, all of the aliens out there, the Martians. I'm sorry that Musk is trying to, mess with your stuff, but he's doing it to us too. Remember, if you want change, it's possible. All change is possible. Yes, TREX in the mix for Sofa Sound Bristol. Last 4 or 5 minutes before myself. Going to give you a rundown of Sofa King 6, some new bits on the label. Try and keep things Sofa. Or Spurs losing the back. We're not. I'm not watching it on Twitter. I am one of them. Come on, you Spurs, etc.
Steady working, manly you. Press.
And that is a lovely goal. Who scored? Who scored, Kathryn? That is lovely. Back heel. I'm only doing this because TREX is a massive Spurs fan. Might miss the end of the mix. Just go dead. Shouts to Sepia, Brown Noise, aka Theo. I just did this once with the mic down. Yeah, love to you, brother. Love to all the Bristol crew. Everybody out there who wants to produce dubstep, it's up to you if that's what you want to do. No, I love dubstep. Come on. If you know about me, go back. It's where it started. But yeah, man. Look, let's link soon, man. Come on, Theo. Yes, big ups to Trex and Sydney Bryce on this next one.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. End of the Trex mix here. We're going to go into myself, DLR, and we're going to have some Kathryn Brenna hosting over the top. Looking forward to this. Yeah, beautiful track. Beautiful track. Shouts to Sydney Bryce and Trex. This one's out right now, and if you go to the Bandcamp, you can get the whole EP right now. Shouts to Trex for the last 20. Sick DJ, sick producer. You're locked into Sofa Sound Bristol. Course, like I say, we like to keep things sofa, but of course there's always room for some extra flavours. This one, a Stonewall classic, Zero T Refusal, feat the unmistakable voice of Steo, and of course Zero T part of the family, Sofa Sound Bristol. Yeah, we're going to delve into some selection from myself. Kathryn Brenna's going to host. Going to look at some of the new Sofa King 6 tracks coming up next month. Some of the other bits from the label. Big ups. Shouts to everybody locked in.
Just to get you close. Okay. Used to say, just to get you close. Okay. Used to say, just to get you close.
Yes, and shouts to Randall, of course, on this one. Brother, we love you. Thanks for everything you left us, you know. The teachings, all the memories, that smile and that laugh. Yeah, so proud to have this on the label. Shouts to TREX as well, X-Wing, Sofa King 6 business.
FM.
Yes, big up the dodgy knobs. Shout outs to all the Spurs fans. This is Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM. Big up the TREX for the guest mix. Shout outs to Kathryn for coming on the show. Hope everybody learned something about Kathryn and how committed she is. The level of commitment you need. Yeah, big ups to Myth and Sam Binary on this. This is something from last year on Sofa King 6. Number 5. Wicked tune. Old school flaves. It just sounds like something straight out of the 90s. Hats off to Myth and Sam Binary on this one. Wicked tune. Sometimes the tunes that go, you know, the little bit unsung, the unsung heroes out there, you know, some of the best tunes in my opinion. Yeah, talking about the 90s, big ups to Tracker. Man seems like he's just pulled straight out of the 90s with the ear that he's got. Loves the modular, loves the sound design, you know, putting things together in a traditional way. This one, I think it's pronounced Solano. But yeah, this one's from Sofa Singles Club, wicked tune. Yeah, some photo business. Dutty. Yeah, reminder for anybody out there who wants to stick to what they love, you know, don't get governed by the pressure of the world telling you to do what they want you to do. You know, you've got your own mind. It's amazing that Tracker finds this sort of creative freedom, but yeah, inspirational. And that's what Sofa Sound Bristol is all about for me.
Jiggle it.
Yes, shouts to Testament on this one, another Sofa King 6 number, brought to the label by the new manager and very old friend Christian, LD50. Yeah, really excited about Testament. Wicked guy, lovely to meet you the other month, man. And this track, Jiggle It. So yeah, jiggle it, I guess. Unless you're driving, be careful. Be careful out there on the streets. Don't want to be jiggling anywhere, do you know what I mean? But yeah, considering he's new to the label, the production is on point, you know, different ideas, creative directions, loving it. Thank you so much, man. Sofa King 6, fully in effect. Up next month, this month, right now, TREX. Go get it on the Bandcamp, Sofa Sound Bristol, Google it. SWU FM. Yeah, bad tune, sort of tune that makes you fall in. It feels like you're falling over or something, you know? All that space. But yeah, the progression is sick. The unmistakable sounds of Leaf. Honestly, think he's got one of the most identifiable sounds in the scene at the moment. You know, it's hard to do in this day and age. But yeah, amazing to have him on the label. This one's part of his EP, I believe. I think. Green-eyed. Sofa Sound Bristol, SWU FM, myself DLR taking you through. Shouts to Kathryn Brenna, the Brandino for the guest mix and the interview, and of course TREX. Come on you Spurs.
Strange, the world's in trouble, but nothing not change, cause it's business as usual. It's business as usual. We're at a breaking point, feed the fire and flames. Who feels it knows most are trying to maintain, but it's business as usual. I said it's business as usual. The world's in trouble.
Shouts to the rider Shafiq on this. VIP business as usual, if you know where it's at. Shouts to Molecular Genic. Let's go, Sofa Sound Bristol.
Knows most of the time, but it's business as usual.
Yeah, that last track, Untrue, Dem Style, The Source Recordings. Next up. Yeah, so proud of the music that we got on the two labels. You know, The Source Recordings has been going on sick for years now. Sofa Sound, nothing to do with me. The artists just keep on providing the goods. Yeah, this one, Mako. Yeah, wicked tune out on Sofa King 6 Part 2. Brand new flavours, brand new funk. He stole my break from my tune on V Recordings. I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, he's done something really cool with it. So yeah, it's what drum and bass is all about, you know? Things get about.
Happiness.
Big ups Brain on this one. Trastorno. Anybody remember the show from last week? Last week? I think it was last week. Yeah. The Trastorno EP. Sick EP from Brain. All about the reaction against the norm, you know. A lot of oppression being felt by everybody out there. There's ways to react, positive ways of putting it. Yeah, sick EP. Go get it now. sofasoundbristol.bandcamp.com. Coming into the last bit of the show, couple of minutes left, 1 or 2 tunes. Shouts to everybody locked in tonight. It's a pleasure being with you every second Thursday of the month. SWU FM. Sorry about the little minor technicals, you know how it is.
Es raro cuando no hay muerte. Quiere preguntarme algo de mi vida. ¿Cómo es su nombre? Julián Cardón. De origen caleño. Es reality based on fiction.
Serpent on this one, taking you into the last bit of the show. Yeah, big ups for locking in. We're back next month. Shouts to Kathryn, thanks for the guest mix and interview. TREX, the guest mix, his EP is out now. Remember, there's something going on with Sofa Sound. Check us out, Instagram, Bandcamp. Go direct to the source, is where it's at. We need you all. It's a symbiotic thing, you know. Come directly to us, we've got the goods, we will sort you out. Big love to the crew and catch you next month.
FM.